All right, thank you guys. Once again, happy St. Patty's Day to you. And welcome to our NHL video here today for Wednesday, March 17th. And if you're new here, I just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my channel. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And if you want to find out how many of these picks are also being featured on my premium content, you may want to think about checking me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. With that, guys, we're going to dive into some NHL action. Not a huge slate today here. I'd even go as far to say as it's a modified slate. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into it. We're going to take a look at the Canucks versus the Senators, 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Ottawa. Vancouver's the $1.60 favorite on the road, total 6.5 flat. The Senators are plus $1.40 for some money line cash, minus $1.75 catching the goal and a half on the puck line. Joey Dacord's the expected netminder for the Senators. Thatcher Demko slated in net for the Canucks. Now, we're 9-1 in our last 10 extra daily pick tier package plays on my Patreon page. And if you want to access today's extra daily pick, it's only going to cost you just $2.99. We're also hitting at 61% in our last 18 NBA tier package picks on that Patreon site as well. And if you want to join the 1,350 members who are currently signed up and active on that page, link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Ottawa's lost 6 out of their last 8 contests, just 10, 20, and 2 overall for the entire season. Ottawa ranks dead last defensively in goals allowed, bottom 5 in defensive shots on goal. Joey Dacord's just 1-3 through 4 starts, .335 goals against average, .896 save percentage. They're taking on a Vancouver club who's really turned it around recently, winning 6 out of their last 8. Now, the Canucks are in the top 10 in offensive shots on goal on the road, and they're led by Brock Boeser, who's got 14 goals on the season, along with 15 assists for 29 total points. Now, scoring-wise, Vancouver's 8-6 to the over when they travel. Ottawa saw 5 out of their last 7 get over the total of 6.5 goals themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Vancouver Canucks minus $1.60 and the over 6.5. Next matchup, it is going to be Flyers-Rangers, 7:30 Eastern start time. The Philadelphia Flyers are the $1.30 favorite on the road, number 6, juice to the over. Carter Hart expected in net for the Flyers. Alex Georgiev for the Rangers. New York's lost 4 out of their last 5 contests. Winners of just 5 of 14 at Madison Square Garden. The Rangers are in the bottom 10 in home scoring, bottom 10 in defensive shots on goal. They're taking on a Philly squad who's 7-4-1 when they travel, and they rank in the top 3 in road scoring. James Van Riemsdyk has 13 goals on the season, plus 10 when he's on the ice. Meanwhile, Joel Farabee's got 12 goals and 12 assists himself. Farabee's a plus 8 as well. Total-wise, 7 out of Philly's last 8 contests got over the total of 6 goals, 75% to the over officially when they travel. Meanwhile, just 2 out of New York's last 7 stayed under the 6 themselves. A lot of scoring with both of these teams' games lately. I'm going to lean toward the Philadelphia Flyers minus $1.30 and the over 6 goals. Next matchup, it is going to be Canadiens-Jets, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Montreal Canadiens are the $1.15 favorite, totals 5.5. Carey Price for Montreal, Connor Hellebuyck for Winnipeg. Now, Winnipeg's 9-5-1 at home this season, top 10 in home scoring. Nick Ehlers and Kyle Connor each have 14 goals apiece for the Canucks. Ehlers is actually a plus 9 when he's on a shift. The Jets are holding their opponents to just 2.8 goals per contest on their home ice. They're taking on a Montreal squad who's won just 3 out of their last 10 themselves, and they actually find themselves victorious in just 13 out of 28 contests overall for the entire season. Now, total-wise, when it comes to the number in this one, Montreal saw 4 out of their last 7 get over the total of 5.5 goals. Winnipeg saw their last 7 straight get over the 5.5 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the underdog Winnipeg Jets minus 105 and the over 5.5. Next contest, it is going to be Blues versus the Kings, 10 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Los Angeles. The St. Louis Blues are the $1.45 favorite on the road. Numbers 5.5 flat. Looks like Jordan Binnington for the Blues, Cal Peterson for the Kings. Now we're looking at a netminder here in Cal Peterson, who's been fairly solid in 10 starts this year. 264 goals against average, 921 save percentage. LA's a remarkable 10-1 on the puck line at home this season, and they allowed just 2.8 goals per contest on their home ice. So these home games, they've been right in the mix there, guys. Now they're taking on a struggling Blues team who lost their last 4 straight themselves, and they also rank in the bottom 10 defensively in goals allowed. And despite a solid road record, the Blues have cashed in on the puck line in just 7 of 28 games overall for the season. Now, total-wise, 3 out of St. Louis's last 4 did get over the total of 5.5 goals. Meanwhile, Los Angeles saw 3 out of their last 5 get over the 5.5 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the underdog LA Kings plus $1.25 and the over 5.5. Next contest, it is going to be Oilers Flames, 10 p.m. East. The Calgary Flames are the $1.20 favorite, total 6 flat. Jacob Markstrom for the Flames, Mike Smith for the Oilers. Now Smith's 9-3-2 and 14 starts on the season, 231 goals against average, 921 save percentage. The Oilers are 8-5 straight up when they travel, and they allow just 2.5 goals per contest away from their home ice. They're taking on a Calgary squad who's in the bottom 10 in scoring on average per contest. Just 2.7 goals per game they average on the season. Now, total-wise, 2 out of Calgary's last 3 stayed under the total of 6 goals, 17-12 to the under for the entire season. Meanwhile, the Oilers saw 6 out of their last 10 stay under the 6 themselves, 8-5 to the under officially in all of their road games. I'm going to lean toward the underdog Edmonton Oilers plus $1 in the under 6 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Sharks Golden Knights. Now, that's going to be a 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The Vegas Golden Knights are the $2.30 favorite at home, total 6 goals. Now, the Knights are on a 3-game winning streak, 9-2 straight up in their last 11. Vegas currently leads the NHL defensively in goals allowed. They're also in the top 5 in defensive shots on goal. Marc-Andre Fleury's won 15 games already for the Knights this season, 1.77 goals against average, 936 save percentage. The Knights are also in the top 10 in home scoring. And they're led by Max Pacioretty, who's got 14 goals and 27 total points. Now they're taking on a San Jose team who's in the bottom 3 in the entire NHL defensively in goals allowed per contest. And out of 10 starts this season, Sharks goaltender Devin Dubnyk got the W just 3 times. The Sharks' defense is allowing 33 shots on goal on the road. And when it comes to the total on this one, San Jose is 10-7 to the over away from home. Vegas is 9-5 to the over as the official home team. I'm going to lean toward the Vegas Golden Knights minus 1.5 and the over 6 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. Once again, powered to you by my Patreon website, where we are 9-1 in our last 10 extra daily pick tier package plays on that Patreon page. We're also hitting at 61% in our last 18 NBA tier package picks on that Patreon page as well. I like the Vancouver Canucks minus $1.60 over 6.5. Flyers minus $1.30 over 6 goals. Winnipeg minus 105 over 5.5. LA Kings plus $1.25 over 5.5 goals. Edmonton plus $1 under 6. And before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button if you like today's video here. And also please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I'm going to lean toward the Vegas Golden Knights minus 1.5 and the over 6 goals. And with that, guys, one final reminder. Just want to remind you that all the content that is on my YouTube channel here is for entertainment purposes only. I don't make any guarantees of any kind. And with that, guys, that is going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today on Patreon, just keep in mind, we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that, guys, happy Wednesday to you. Happy St. Patty's Day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.